Welcome to the Anthropology of Religion. My name is Chie Jex, or Chie Sensei. I'm your instructor, and English is my second language, so please let me know if you cannot understand my English or some concept that I am explaining to you, and by leave the questions, your questions in discussion forum every week on Canvas. Okay, so let's start it. So before discuss anything in the social science, first we do is define the word. So this course is Anthropology of Religion. Anthropology is a study of human beings and religion. What is the religion? What do you describe? Religion is such a common term. Now, I'm sure that everybody here, the term religion and have used the word religion. And if I ask people for the clear definition of religion, probably most of people kind of similar answers, but you will notice that not everybody has exactly same idea about word religion. So there are three common perception of religion. General perception of religion is first, religion as the organization or institution. That's a very popular understanding of religion in the Western cultures or United States. You have to hear the phrase that which religion do you belong to, or can't be a religious man unless one attends church every week, right? So offering the membership of the organization such as a certain church, synagogue, or temple, and that is the religion. So church structures and the religion, is like interchangeable. And also the religious man, it connotates like the person goes to church, attend the church every week, and a good person or a clean person. But these connotation also changes over the years. Today, some people are still clean, faithful, trustworthy people. If people call that this person is a religious man. But some people take it that this isn't religious man, maybe, or judgmental person. They don't like gays or anybody, that different. Because according to their experience and influence of the media and other stuff that changes the perception. But anyway, so the one perception of the religion generally is a religion as the organization, institution. And another one is religious as worshiping ultimate value. That is called religion. So whatever you are devoted to, follow, seek, most important entity, because you believe that it gives you happiness and satisfaction. That is the religion. Well, this also has a problem with it, because that if it said anything could be a religion, like money can be a religion, right? Or pleasure, like a hedonism. Hedonism also can be a religion, that the pursuit, pleasure, sensational self-indulgence is a religion. Like some people said, oh, well, football is my religion. Everything football. Football gives me happiness, or car, good car, and feel good. And we use a lots of money for it and lots of time. It's studying about cars or appearance, their own appearance. They want it to be, want to be a beautiful person. They wanted to use any skincare to fashion to cosmetic procedure, anything, because that entity, that things makes me, happy. That anything that give you your own identity and in a happiness and a meaning of life can be a religion. So that's too broad, there's no limited, that could be anything, for depend on the person that you feel that moment. So that was the problem, but some can see the religion, take it religion as a worshiping ultimate value. And the third one is religion as a certain behavior. Anything that religion is bring to produce certain behavior, that is called religion. We cannot see our mind, what you believe, or what most important to you. But if you look at our behaviors, our behavior reflects our mind. So you can see what constitute what is a special characteristic. So the behavior that is based on the perception of supernatural power and or being that can be influenced our lives and we can influence them, those behavior could be a religion. So such as like a praying, and a praying can be pray to reach to that ultimate value, the supernatural power, or for supernatural power, we're willing to sacrifice in behavior. It doesn't matter the money or time, and the sacrificing something to the ultimate power. That could be, that produce that kind of behavior is called religion. So the meditation can be a religion. Maybe they are not belong to any church or anything, but that could be religion. Or like let's see, teenagers, they love the certain singers, and they're always thinking about that person. They always talk to in the posters for the stars, and really devoted that idol singers or something. That can be, like religious, similar religious like behavior, bring behaviors to. So it's like a depend on the subject. Again, this is also can be broad, and anything could be, our attitude can be devoted to something somewhere, is something, someone can be religion. So they have a religion as an organization, yes, and religion our worshiping ultimate value, religion as a certain bring us the certain behavior. These perception of religion is all, yes, seems correct, to make sense. Yet each one of them, look at it, they have some kind of limitations that's not the only one, that we can define the religion. Religion is more than that, going to church, but religion is not just giving us our happiness. or certain behavior, they have more or more less. And so this, even among the anthropologists or philosophists and religious, scholars, it is very hard to have the ultimate or unified definition of religion. So for this class, we don't spell out or not restrict it, but we just think about a religion as an inclusive, like a general way of the belief system, human beings' belief system, to think about that. All right, so we're gonna talk about it, depend on the subject we're talking about it, and then come to more deeply thinking about it. All right, so we really need to concern or learn about religion and religious behavior as a human beings, because those religion we call is influence our life tremendously. The believing is very powerful. Now we talk about etymology of religion. The word religion is derives from the Latin religio. It is meaning the respect for what is sacred, or reverence for the gods, or obligation, the bond between man and the gods. A modern concept of religion is different. The Western scholars started to use the term religion as a noun in order to distinguish one sect of Christianity from the other when the different sects diverged from the Roman Catholic in the 16th centuries. Do you remember they have a reformation of Christianities, and Martin Luther's and John Calvin's and started to have a different Christianities group from the separate from the Catholic, and that's what started to differentiate the one Christianity type to the other. And the second become colonial time. The scholars, Western scholars, apply the term to describe the other belief system in other than Christianity. When you are starting to colonize in Africa or India, the indigenous people have the belief system totally different than Christianity. To study the belief system, they used the word religion and as a noun and meaning as a unit of type of belief system. So that's the today's term when you talk about religion is the one unit, as a unit of type of the believing system. Okay, so the program define religion cross-culturally. Many languages have words that can be translated as a religion in English, but they may use them in a very different way, and some don't have no word. There's no word for religion at all in some area. For example, is the Egypt, Persia, India, Asian country, or Judaism, etc. But ancient time that we called ancient religion, the Middle East, Egypt, they originally don't have the word religion or unit of belief system, one unit of belief system. They didn't have that concept. They only have those we call religion, a believing system, is they called law. For India also, the Sanskrit word is close to translated in religion is also means, the Sanskrit word for dharma is translated as a religion, but it means also laws. And for example, of the Judaism, ancient Jews in like Old Testament time, there is no precise equivalent of religion, word religion in Hebrew. And Judaism does not distinguish clearly between a religious, national, rational, national, racial, and ethnic identities. And there is no membership to, church. Belong to church concept. One, its central concept, it's called Halakha, or Halakha. That word term sometimes translated as law. That's the most closest meaning of religion, which guides the religious practice and belief in many aspects of daily life. That is one probably closest term of religion. So for the Jews belonging to one church, there is in ancient Jews, they did not have concept for one unit, one belief type to the other, only one belief system, that is the worshiping God of Abraham. So there's one, and to convert it to God means it's not to the one unit of structure of the organization of the group. Well, first of all, in ancient Jews, there is no construction or structure of the religion. Well, they have temples. Sometimes temples are in the field. It's called tabernacle. Is in just a tent that temporary structures, and not even the congregation, only selected priest was able to go to the tabernacle and exercise the ritual. So there is no belonging to the organization. They don't have that concept. And also converting to the organization, well, their organization is the family. If you read Old Testament, the Bible, you see the lots of places, they have a long list of genealogy. The genealogy is very important for Jews, that to go back to the original human beings, Adam and Eve. And but it's not the blood type. Actual literally blood type is not important. To converting, accepting the God of Abraham, and practicing and believing everyday life, keeping the commitment of the law, or God of Israel, God of Abraham, is important. So when you once they can be their bloodline or genealogy of the Jews by get adopted. So when once you accept their God, then they were accepted to the genealogy. So when you studied for example, the Jesus Christ genealogies, all the names is not only there were originally is Jews. Some of the names are Gentiles, but they were converted. They accept as God of Abraham and becoming adopted to the one family line. But anyway, those concepts is a totally different than today's modern meaning of religion. So religion is a common term, but it's not always the same. People defining religion a little differently, cross-culturally, a slightly different connotation. I want to talk about the religion of Japan for example of the unique concept of religion for Japanese people. Okay, Japanese, we call the original or indigenous religion is called Shinto. Shinto means the way of kami. Kami means God or gods or deities. So in Japan, ancient people, just like everywhere else, they started with the primitive animism. Animism is the believing in spirit. And that was developed to become a Shinto. These indigenous tradition dating back more than 2,000 years. And in the past, government and religion were conceived as one. And Shinto is a Japanese national religion that defined Japanese culture. So is Shinto is a religion? There is no founder of Shinto. There is no canon or scriptures or sacred document and no doctrines and no clear separation of between the life of religion and the life of secular. And early Shinto was such unorganized, undifferentiated, and unnamed complex of agricultural cult, nature worship, ancestor worship, and shamanism all together in one. Is this called religion? Can we, is a type of a belief system? Or is Buddhism a religion? The Buddhism is have also, there is no deity and the creator, no creator, which means the creator of universe. The founder is the Indian prince, the Buddha, but he doesn't talk about the creator of the universe. There is no God in his teaching. And salvation means in becoming mu. Mu means nothing. So Buddhism taught us ultimate salvation for us, the human beings, become nothing, selflessness. And in become that, we have no pain or suffering. Is this a religion? Well, Japanese think Shinto and Buddhism are not religion in terms of Westerners. So Judeo-Christian concept of religion, it's a monotheistic view of the Bible. You see that thou shalt have no other gods before me, or no man can serve two masters, So only one God. Well, in Japan's case, I remember my grandma's house. There is a Buddhist family altar there. And she always prays every morning, offering hot steamed rice and fresh water and pray, and it goes to different room, and there is a Shinto household altar in the top, close to the ceiling. And she offering the fresh water and steamed rice again, and fresh plants, and pray to the Shinto god. And also, here is the one of the famous Kumano sacred site, and they have this is the pagoda Buddhist temple there, and a national Shinto shrine there, and also this is the kami, the spirit of the waterfall, and hosting different belief system or gods or deities. Japanese no problem about visiting all those three places at once and pray to individual god or gods or spirit. So this is the old statistic, but it's kind of interesting that you can, it shows the exhibit how the Japanese believing is. The Shinto is, this is a religion's type of religion, and this is the number of members. The Shinto is 50 million, the Buddhism 90, and Christianity 1.5, and other new religions and 11 millions, and the total become 217.5 millions. They were all believing something, right? But interesting is the total population in Japan in that time, 1995, is 125 million. That means half of the people. So that means that one person, they believe in not only one religion or different religion, it all combined. If this same statistic in the United States, it not can be like that. All right, so for example, the Taka's, Akiko's wedding, kind of typical wedding that they decided go to the wedding in the Christian church. She went in Christian church, but the reception, they changed the place, and it's a Shinto way or Japanese way, and kimono and in wearing that. And what to religion? And that means they're Christian. No, but they think it's a romantic, nice. Well, they do that all the time in Hollywood too. The older Hollywood star. These are I just picked one a famous Hollywood star that had Hindu style or Indian style wedding, traditional wedding. Are they believe in Hinduism? No. Are they Hindu? No, but they wanted the wedding exotic. They think it's beautiful and it's romantic, right? It's the same reason the Japanese do the wedding in Christian church. Are they like a religious people? If we do it, a wedding in the Christian church, in a Hindu temple, that means automatically, are they religious? I don't know about that, right? Okay, the concept of religion in Japan. The religion in Japanese called shukyo. This word shukyo or religion as a specific belief framed entity was originally not found in Japan, but it came from Christian theology in the 19th century. The concept of religion in Japan is distinct from the Western, containing a connotation of something unfamiliar, different from the tradition, even the radical image. So the social stigma has been always in the religion in Japan because of the specific background, historical background. We had persecution of Christianity in the 1600s to the 1800s, and also the in World War II time, the Pacific War, when Japan defeated, and we were the emperor. At that time, Japan was the imperialism, and the emperor was seen as a deity, and they were stripped. After the World War II, the emperor was stripped from the deity's title, and no involvement to the government and politics. So they're starting to become a secular. They were being secular means accepted, forgiven from the world, and there were the good things for Japan. And right after World War II. Also, there is a big incident, the Tokyo subway sarin gas attack. It's a 1995. It's called Om Shinrikyo. It's called. These are new type of the religion, but it's like a terrorist cult. They were attacking innocent people, but they were diverged from a Buddhist belief. So the Japanese, because Japanese emphasize culturally the value, unity, and the harmony of the community. The being different, unique, and special is not encouraged. Japanese history provides example showing that social expectations do not allow Japanese people to have individualistic lifestyle, especially in their religions. Something radical, something different is not really good for the Japanese people. So the statistic of Christianity by country. So these are the for comparing the three major Asian countries: Japan, South Korea, and China. So the percentage of the Christian is most people in the Christian in the country is South Korea. It's 26.3%, almost quarters are Christianity. And you can see it in even the American place. You see sometimes the building structure, the Korean church, Korean Christian church here and there too. So there's a lot of Christian in South Korea. Okay, compared to South Korea, China and Japan is a very little. China is 3 to 5.7%, and Japan is 0.7%, even less than 1%. Well, China, because they are communist, they were not completely freedom of the religion. That's understandable. But Japan here, well, Japan is now after World War II a completely democratic country, but Christian is very small, even smaller than China. I believe because of the cultural characteristic of Japan, it's the Christian is religion for Japanese, something very different, unfamiliar. But the Buddhist and the Shintoism, these came from the ancient time. There were not new things. There were their traditions. They were not religions. This is another example that there is a world most visited sacred site in the world. And interesting that they have a list of the 10. 6 out of 10 in the list are Japanese sacred sites. And number 1 is Meiji Shrine, this stuff. And then number 5, and Notre Dame Cathedral in France. Well, they were famous too. There are a lot of people visited there. But anyway, so that in reality, Japanese people in general exhibit extremely high level of religious activities and behaviors. Japanese society and culture are intricately interwoven with the religious themes. So we participate religious rituals and holidays a lot. And we go to pray and to believe in things. But Japanese people in general are quick to say they are not religious and describe their society as one where religion either does not exist or has in some way died out. It's different concept of religion, you can notice. Okay, so now, is religion a human universal? But Japanese believe that, what their ancient belief system is a religion or not. Here, go back to anthropological view, religion as a simple, inclusive believing system. Is human universal? Religion is a human universal? Can we find the belief system everywhere in the world? Well, in Religion and Anthropology from the Journal of Religion, this is an old article, but very classic. In 1922, McLennan said, the religion is distinctly human phenomenon. Religion is inseparable from human life and human society. No matter to what phase or stage of human culture we find religion, and moreover, we find it everywhere, close locked with the deepest impulses and dearest interest of mankind. Okay, so because of the problem of defining religion in the cross-culturally, when anthropologists use the term religion, they usually do so in a broadly inclusive matter of the belief or faith, often means include magic or witchcraft also is a belief system. So what's the belief system? Is a set of principles of tenets which together form the basic of the religion, philosophy, or moral code. Every human being has a belief system that they utilize, and it is through this mechanism that we individually make sense of the world around us. That is the belief system. Okay. The top 5 major religions of the world. Do you know what? 1, yes, you guessed, Christianity. 2, Islam. 3rd, Hinduism. And 4th, Buddhism. And the 5th, Judaism. But how different they were. So Judaism, we hear a lot, and famous people and scientists and scholars, a lot of they were Jews, but not many from population-wide, but they become 5th. So this was the PBS of prevailing belief system, and it's just geographically. So this purple you see, right? What do you think of the purple? Of course, you know the Christian, Christianity countries. Well, I mean, most of the Christian live there here. So how is the green one here? North Africa to Middle East to Indonesia area. Yeah, you guessed it. That's Islam, religion of Islam. Muslim, most of the country, Muslim live there. And how about this? India, Nepal, and stuff. These are Hinduism. Hinduism compared to with the area space-wise only little, but Hinduism is India has a very high population density. So they have a lot population of the Hindu live here and there. Okay, then what the red one? This red, and a little bit there's some Mongols, and it is South Asia right here. What is it? These are Buddhism spread out. Okay, but how about China and Japan? What is it? What do you think? This color. What's the common for the Chinese and Japanese? If you go to the site, let's see. Sorry, let's see, where was I? Let's see here. That's the site. If you go there, I got the website number. So here is the Christianity, right? This Islam, Hinduism, 79.5%, Buddhism, 80%, right? Okay, let's see. China, non-religious is more than 50%, and indigenous and the Buddhism, there. Okay, so Japan, non-religious again, and Buddhism is 36, and more than half is non-religious. That is non-religious. But if you go to the church, to Japan, you will notice that lots of people practice Shinto rituals and Buddhist ritual faithfully, because difference is Japanese think the Shinto, their traditional Shinto and Buddhism are not religion. They are our tradition. And in China thinks most of it is non-religious because most of it is the communist country. And that's the difference. But the result become, interesting is common. But anyway, that's all today. And I talked about a lot of other things, but I just wanted to tell that the cross-culturally concept of religion is so different. And in this class, we see religion as a broad, inclusive way of the belief system. Okay, that's all, and talk to you later. Bye.